Hi team, welcome to your kettlebell circuit. Today is going to have two parts to your workout. All that you need is one single kettlebell, maybe a light to medium weight, something that you know can go into the overhead position for you. So part A and part B. Part A is going to be 10 minutes and we're working with an EMOM. So you're going to be working maybe 30 to 45 seconds and then you'll have about 15 seconds or more rest. You want to make sure that you do have rest though for each end of that minute, and at the top of the minute we'll restart again. So again, that'll be 10 minutes. Then we'll have a little bit of a break and we'll go into part two, which is going to be our circuit, our 45 and 15, and that's going to run for 12 minutes. So essentially you've got 22 minutes of work today. Make sure that you are relatively warmed up. So you would want to do maybe one of our mobility or yoga or Pilates warm-ups just to warm up the core, the shoulders, the back, posterior chain, and just getting the body ready. You're going to swing the arms from side to side and then take them overhead and push it back. So you're working on opening up through the chest, through the shoulders, standing up tall. 2. Last one, circle both arms forward. So we're just doing a very short little mini warm up here. So I need you to make sure that your whole body is ready to go before you even step into this, because we're not going to do enough for you to just come in and start picking up kettlebells and go with it. Add the reach, squeeze the glute, rotate torso, tall spine. Come back through center. You're going to bring the hands onto the hips, take the feet wide, send the hips forward, to the right, to the back, and to the left, and then smooth it out. For 3, 4, come back through center, take it slow on the first one, forward, push it side, push it back, to the right, and then smooth it out 3 more times. So 3 big circles. Last one, send the hips forward, slight bend in the knees, push the hips back. So we're looking for the deadlift position, so we're gonna find the difference between our deadlift and our squat. On our deadlift, proud chest, hinging at the hips, you can have a slight bend in the knees and stand tall. So traditional stiff leg or Romanian style deadlift, the legs would be narrower, and we're not really working with that today, but you are still pushing the hips back, activating the hamstrings and the glutes. So it's a lot of posterior chain. You're gonna use that energy and that power to stand up and get tight at the top. One more hinge, stand tall, keeping the feet wide, proud through the chest, drop the hips down, keep the chest up, you're going for your squat. Down and up for 10, press the knees out, drive the feet into the floor for 8, 7, core tight, squeeze the glutes, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, last one, nice. Pick up the right knee, hug the knee to the chest, left knee. Feeling the stretch through the hip and hip flexor on the opposite side. Last 2, last one. Send the right leg back, squeeze, heel to glute, hold, switch, left leg back. So now stretching, knee is gonna go down towards the floor. You'll feel this through the quads and again into the hip flexor. So front side of the body. Last one, right, left, knees together, shake it out. So I'm gonna break down your movements for you. Your EMOM, so 10 minutes, meaning we have 10 rounds of this. You're gonna go right side, left side is 3 movements. If you can, you go right, left, you rest for the rest of the minute. If it's a challenge for you, if you're moving a little bit slower or these movements are new to you, maybe you just do right side, left side and rest for the rest of the minute and really work on technique. So you might slow things down. So let's grab the bell together. You're gonna place your bell in between your heels. You're going for a single hand deadlift. So the right arm is gonna take it, roll the shoulder back and down, bend the knee, soften it, hinge at the hips, push the butt back. So I'm taking more of a hybrid in terms of our deadlift. So it's not a traditional squat where I'm gonna keep the chest up, but it's not a traditional deadlift where I'm gonna keep the legs straight and really far forward hinging. So it's a little bit in between. So think half squat, half hinge, deadlift. Cool? From here, you're gonna stand up, tap the floor for 10, 9, 8, bend the knees every time, push the hips back, 7, 6, hinge, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bell goes down, shake it out. We're gonna go right to the other side. So this is just our prep. We're prepping these movements before we put it into our EMOM. Hinge the hips, left shoulder, pack it into back body, proud chest, bend the knees, push the feet into the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Release it, put it down. So now we're gonna take that same movement. We're just gonna go for 5. You're gonna come into your high row or your high pull. So this is on single hand. When you stand up from that same position, we're gonna take now as more of a squat. So that first one is more of a deadlift. The second one, it kind of depends on your range and how best this feels for you, where you can generate power. I think you can generate more power from a squat to come up. The elbow is gonna lift up and out. So I'm not coming up really high, framing the face, but I'm gonna press the shoulder down, the elbow lifts up and out, and then the lat shoulder packs down into the back. So I'm hitting this high pull position at the top. So it's gonna be better probably if you start in your squat. So I think it's a little bit easier to go from there. So right arm, 5 on the right, 5 on the left. I'm gonna face diagonal so you can see. Proud chest, squat, butt down, load up the hamstrings and the glutes, push the floor away. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull it up and back, up and out, 5. So I almost imagine that if I had some like creeper behind me, I wanna elbow them in the face in order to do that. What you don't wanna do is lose the momentum, so you're gonna use the weight and gravity to help the bell come down, but you're in control. What you don't wanna do is stop that momentum where it becomes like weird, right? And then we're in this strange hanging position. You pull up and out and let it come right back down. Let's go on the left. Bell's in between the heels. Push the hips back, proud chest. 3, 2, 5. Up and out, 4, 3, 2, last one. From here, final drill for this first EMOM, you're gonna take that same movement at the top of that. So you're standing up, you pull the elbow up and out, and then you're gonna push the hand and insert it into the handle, make your spiral, and finish in your dead snatch. So it's almost like I'm drawing the bell up the body. Make sure it doesn't travel away from you. That's not gonna feel good if you're trying to arc it, and that bell is gonna hit you on the back of the forearm every time. From the bottom, straight up to the top, as much as you can. So I'm gonna hit that same position. If the snatch is not working for you, if the bell is too heavy, if the shoulder doesn't feel right, come back and go with the high row, high pull. So from the bottom, we're just gonna do 3 on the right, 3 on the left. Proud chest, drop the hips. So I'm in more of a squat. This would be my deadlift. I wanna find more of a squat so I can really drive from the heels and the feet into the floor. 3, 2, pull, spiral. Then from here, you come through, rack position, control on the way down. Working on the eccentric, tap the floor. 2 more. Last one, think elbow pull, and then insert hand, spiral. Into handle, tight at the top, standing tall. So I'm not gonna finish in this position. Get the hips underneath you, close the ribs. Bell is stacked over shoulder, over hips, over heels. If everything is stacked, you're in a stronger position. Let's take it on the left 3 times. Drop the hips, find your squat, elbow up, insert hand. Keep your heels on the floor. So the tendency sometimes is to almost take this into a jerking action. I want you to drive your heels down and keep them down. 1 more. Control on the way down. Drive it up. And release it. So, we've got 10 minutes. I'm already sweating.